Investigators believe one man could be responsible for the deaths of more than 24 men and boys, but you won't hear his name mentioned with other infamous killers. Now there's a new effort to name the victims whose remains were found in Hamilton County nearly 30 years ago. And that's why WRTV Presents is revisiting the case of Herb Baumeister.
Robbed of justice, closure, and their names.
The investigation will move from the farm to the laboratory, where scientists will need 4 to 6 weeks to identify the sex of the victims, to perhaps determine their cause of death, and to bring some closure.
Years after young gay men were reported missing, last seen in Indianapolis, their remains were found on a Hamilton County horse farm. But not all of the victims have been identified.
It's not just a couple deceased individuals, it's many individuals.
That's why Hamilton County Coroner Jeff Jellison has launched a new effort using advanced DNA technology to put names to more of the remains.
They are people. They're someone's brother, someone's son, potentially someone's husband, and they're sitting on a shelf in a box or in plastic bags or however they're stored. And those folks deserve the opportunity to a final resting place.
Those closest to the Baumeister case then and now are still shocked by what was uncovered.
But you never think it's going to happen to your family. You know, I know I didn't.
They may have been reported missing, but nope, it wouldn't have crossed their mind that somebody in Hamilton County would have taken them up to their home and perpetrated this kind of crime.
WRTV Presents is revisiting the case through coverage from our archives, interviews with relatives, and insight from prosecutors and investigators. Tonight at 7, Forgotten at Fox Hollow, the victims of an Indiana serial killer.
Joining me in studio now, we have co-anchor Mark Mullins. Thank you so much for being here to dive deeper into Forgotten at Fox Hollow, the victims of an Indiana serial killer. This is something that happened more than 25 years ago, so why revisit this topic now?
You know, so many young men were victims of a serial killer more than 2 decades ago. And now the Hamilton County coroner has renewed this effort to make sure every single victim is identified and that the families of those victims have the closure they need.
Right.
So he is asking anyone who may have a missing relative or a friend to come forward with a call to action so that these remains can be identified and we can place names to the remaining victims. And so we thought it was time to really tell this story about how we got to this point and why this new effort is so important today.
Absolutely. Well, and this call to action is very important because it provides closure, right? These are victims, keyword being victims,
right,
in this situation. So there's so much information that you had to delve through with all of this, and yet so many unanswered questions to this day. So what did it take to pull all this together and go through all those documents and interviews?
It was a lot of work by our dedicated team that worked on this project. And Megan, you mentioned closure and victims. And part of the effort, we spoke to the relatives, the sisters of 2 of the victims, and they really talk about the kind of people they lost, their brothers, and the role their brothers played to so many people in their lives.
Right.
It's important to remember these are people who we lost. And so we talked to the relatives of the victims. We spoke to the Hamilton County coroner. We spoke to the prosecutors who were working this case. We delved into documents, so many, hundreds of pages of documents there.
Yeah.
And we also spoke to one of the private investigators that a couple of the families hired so they could get some answers 2 decades ago when this was all going on. So a lot of information that was brought together, but it's a story that we believe that people in our state should know about, and there are so many lessons to learn from hearing this story.
Absolutely, not to mention the WRTV archives as well. We have a plethora of information there too, and stories that we covered with it.
That's right. WRTV played a big role in covering this story. Our archives were extensive, and so that really helped us to understand and put in perspective that story today.
Wow. Well, we look forward to it. Thank you so much for all your work and diving into this, Mark. A very important topic.